Critical thinking. Dr. Robert Cassar, eartheracademy.com and eartheracademyretreats.com. Critical thinking. This is a rethinking reality. Okay, critical thinking, rethinking reality. Again, let's get into this. So, as we see right now, that most people, okay, when you go through school, you don't really learn critical thinking, because if you did, you'd ask a lot of questions about what you're being told, right? So critical thinking really is something that we learn when we get together in groups, is because critical thinking is where we can bounce off each other the ideas, disciplines, the understandings, the concepts, back and forth, okay? Just like sort of like when your mind's stuck and it can't think of something, you either stop and then you come back to it later. Either that or you bounce it off your friend and see what they come up with. Even if it's the dumbest thing in the world, it may make you think of something different, okay, that you needed to be able to solve this equation, solve this critical thinking. So most people, as we know today, they have emotional thinking and factual thinking. And really, just because it's factual, just like if I go to school and I graduate whatever they want to teach me, like Common Core, right? CC, the third alphabet, ABC, okay? CC, you put them together, Common Core, 33. Anyways, if you don't know about the 33, look up Russian Vids. He's got a lot of good videos just to show you the symbolism of the 33, order out of chaos. It's called Gematria. But anyways, let's get back into. So factual thinking, that just means that you're really good at maybe memorizing facts and regurgitating them. Just like when I went to medical school, I learned about the kidney, the theory of the kidney, the theory of the heart, the theory of everything in the body. Is because no one really knows anything. We just have theoretical ideas. Hyper-theoretical, hypotheoretical, whatever it is. It's theory. Big Bang theory. Theory of relativity. The theory of evolution, which came from a monkey. The theory that, of course, the fish crawled up, really critical thinking here, crawled out of the ocean and started to get legs. Really. Okay, the theory of these ridiculous ideas. And if we don't have critical thinking, okay, it doesn't mean you're dumb. It just means that you don't really think it through. Remember, critical thinking means you ask questions, and when I ask questions, I may get an answer. And then all of a sudden I get another question, or maybe 5 more questions to that answer. And so critical thinking gives you exponential ignorance or exponential examination. Remember, you ask a question, you get an answer. Once you get an answer to that question, you have usually 3 to 5 more questions to that answer. So, emotional thinking, what does that mean? That means that you are thinking with your emotions. That means if you don't feel good, that means that you're going to have decisions based on how you feel. And if you're not grounded in this world right now and your hormones aren't balanced, females, you do not need a lot of estrogen, so do not eat a lot of estrogenic plants. And guys, it goes for you too. Remember, look into the phytoestrogens. Phytoestrogen, plant estrogens. Look into the xenoestrogens. Those are chemical estrogens. All your petrochemical plastics. A lot of the things that we eat on a daily basis or breathe a lot of times are estrogenic. So really look into that. Critical thinking, okay? Emotional thinking comes from when you're too much in hormonal imbalance, especially estrogen. So let's give an example of that. Let's say you're a female and you're on your period. Or you're a guy and you're just playing around with your RF frequency telephones all the time. You're constantly in Wi-Fi all the time. You're constantly in some type of commercial, okay? Commercial, I'm talking about, heavy-duty grade Wi-Fi signal to be able to make it so 50 people, and that is including the people that live, okay, well, mostly in the Wi-Fi. Some people, you know, have this constantly, 24 hours a day. You send your child to school, okay, and you expect them to have critical thinking, but what they're doing is teaching them Common Core. They're teaching them about the common things that everybody is supposed to learn about. Okay, that came from a monkey, all the theories. Okay, remember, we don't even know how a blade of grass works, so we have to really think this through. Okay, now, emotional thinking, let's say if a girl's on her period, she's got super high estrogen, and that means she's going to be emotional in the way that she is going to have discretion on the critical thinking. Discretion. Okay, you got to really think this through, like I said. Emotional thinking is not a good thing. That means you're going to base your ideas, your concepts, your disciplines, and your final result of what you're thinking based on how you feel instead of based on critical inquiry. Okay, based on how you feel. Who cares how you feel? Remember, that's not what we're trying to get at. Critical thinking doesn't care how you think, okay, or how you feel. So just think of who has critical thinking on television. Well, we know Spock does, right, on Star Trek. We know Data does on Star Trek. These are machines, right? The Vulcans. They have critical thinking. They don't think with their emotions. And sometimes maybe it's good to think with your emotions once in a blue moon. But if you really want to make sense out of things, you must put your emotions aside. Okay, and how are you going to do that? Well, not going to be easy if you live in the city, is because mostly people that are living in the city are emotionally activated. They're triggered so easy. Remember, this is a video on critical thinking. Critical thinking means that you have to ask questions. Doesn't matter who is telling you the story. It's just a story. Remember, it's a story about Buddha. It's a story about Krishna. It's a story about Lord Orion. It's a story about Master Jesus Ananda. It's a story about Jesus Christ. It's a story about aliens. It's a story about everything. Remember, his story equals what? History. Not herstory, but his story. History. Wow. The English language, where does it come from? It comes from Latin. And mostly, we do not have critical thinking to be able to learn etymology. And etymology is where you take the study of words and you go back to their original meanings. Okay, like a religion. Okay, we know what religion means. Okay, it means that there's a superpower here, some type of something beyond our existence, and you honor that existence. Whatever the religions, want to show you about some super being or some advanced human, we'll say, that has extraordinary maybe powers and or maybe certain types of thoughts. Remember, they're good stories. You can learn a lot from even the three little, what's it called? The Three Little Bears. Okay? I'll huff and puff your house down, and you found out that if you have a brick building, then, well, guess what? The wolf, the big bad wolf, can't blow your house down. So remember, stories are where, and everybody's got a story. Remember, everybody, even the street side bum, he's got a lot of good stories. Okay? And you can learn something from them. Now, critical thinking would just tell you that we do not have it. Just like George Carlin says, we do not have critical thinking. It was taken away from us many years ago from the teaching systems. Is because they don't want you to think on your own. They teach you to think the way they want you to and to memorize, remember, the facts that they say are so. Okay? Wow. So what do we really know? What do you think you know versus what do you know you know? Just like in the Matrix. And if you can put everything down that you know, it's only through experience. And everything you think you know is basically that you've learned at school. So if you take away everything you think you know and put it on the side, really, what do you know? When you're 20 years old, you don't know squat. You know why? Because you haven't lived here long enough. Remember, the real knowledge comes from experiential wisdom with a Z, like a wizard. Okay, not wisdom. That's how you would say wisdom, W-I-S-D-O-M, but they call it wisdom because in order to have wisdom, that means you have to be a wizard. It means you got to get gray hairs, you got to get a beard, right? Just like all the different wizards you see on television. Okay, now let's go back to critical thinking. We lost our way because we are not thinking together. Thinking together is what we need to do today to have critical thinking. And critical thinking would be like right now. Okay, Do we live on this round spinning ball like they say? I know people, guys, why do you keep saying that, Dr. Kassar? It's because my head is hurting a little bit, okay? Sometimes it's because if I never was told that I came from a monkey flying in space, okay, 66,600 miles an hour around the sun, because that's what they say, the Earth is flying around the sun, and everything is going super clockwise and helical, conical, spherical, and rotational, all running on the 1.618 logarithmic spiral. Well, that's the spiral of nature. But is that so? Does that mean I'm driving in Hawaii and I'm driving sideways right now? My car's driving sideways right now. Remember, I'm flat, but I'm driving sideways. Let's go to Australia. I'm going to drive upside down. Does that really make sense, okay, to your mind, to your sensors? Or is it nonsense to your sensors and it's only belief to your senses, which of course have been told to by your authorities? By who? Copernicus? By who? All these wise old men, right? And how come there's not any new wise men? They're all these old guys. Newton, Copernicus, Einstein sticking his tongue out about E equals MC squared, not talking about fourth dimensional or fifth dimensional physics. So everything that they're teaching you, remember, is just a bunch of math, and it has nothing to do with fourth dimensional physics, fifth dimensional physics, is because we believe that that is not so. Remember, when you go to bed at night, that's the fourth dimension. You lose your body, right? And now you're in another world. And yes, it is. It's just as real as this world of form, okay? The world of no form is when you dream. And most people don't dream anymore. And again, in the morning, if you can, see if you could lay in bed for a couple of minutes and think of exactly the dreams that you were just having. Think about everything that you were having. And if you're not having any dreams, guys, that means that your pineal gland, which is the largest statue in the Vatican, 13 feet tall, big 13. Remember, these are sacred numbers. Okay, 13 numbers of the Fibonacci sequence. Okay, but anyways, 13 feet. Pineal gland, the big pine cone, the pineal gland, the interdimensional gateway. Okay, this is the gland that produces the dimethyltryptamines, which of course is the dream state, the spirit molecule as they call it. Okay, anyways, it's time for us to be critical thinkers. Okay, do you really think you came from a monkey? Really? Again, ask questions. And this is the age of the revealing. And what does that mean? All secrets to be revealed at this time. And that's right. You should be feeling honored to find out that everybody used to believe these things, or still does, and you're one of the few people that wants to wake up, is because you want to ask questions. Remember, you must ask questions. If not, that means you don't want to wake up. All of the things that we have been told, okay, need to be looked at deeper. Why? It's because you're starting to wake up, and the Aquarian constellation says so. All secrets to be revealed at this time. Anyways, I see a lot of people right now, okay, living in the city, and you really don't have critical thinking if you're living in the city, just to let you know. Not to bag on you or anything else. Guys, I feel for you. Let me tell you, you've been drawn into the city, and critical thinking is where you need to really think again, okay? Critical thinking is to be able to see that, well, God is nature. That's all. Forget about a guy with a beard. Hey, I got a beard. It's about 2 months and a week old or so, okay? A guy with a beard. Wow, okay? Now, God is what I'm seeing right now. The palm trees, the birds, the bees, the whales, the snails, and everything that is from nature that has been programmed, okay? Programmed to be what you could call real, okay? Do you think the bees or the birds, the whales, the snails, or anything in nature goes to school, okay? They have their programs intact. Yes, they do. And what does that mean? That means that they know how to make a nest, they know what to eat, okay? They know everything, and everything is because they are programmed deeply to be able to be what they're supposed to be. Humans, remember, we are born with amnesia. We don't know how even to wipe our arse in the right direction. That's why you need your mama, right? Okay, you go to school, we're the easiest. We call ourselves the smartest. No, we're the easiest to be indoctrinated. We are the easiest to be able to learn something that they want to teach us is because we don't know anything about anything. Where did you come from? Do you think that you just came out of the Big Bang Theory, out of a pond of algae? Do you really think that? Think. Remember, your body, the God instrument, has 75,000 miles of hose in it. Okay? I'm moving my hand now. I know this is weird for most people, but I'm dreaming it. My spirit avatar. Remember, critical thinking. Just like watch the movie Avatar, watch the movie The Matrix, and just put a little couple of parables together. But my spiritual, formless avatar is perfectly synced with my physical avatar, my biological machine, my Organicus Cyborgus, which is this machine. And I dream this machine. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to play the piano. I don't even know how to speak. I dream these things. I push my eyes around, and since I'm pushing them around, I don't focus them, but they let me see this dimension of fractal light. I can't see in the dark at night because, of course, I'm not being able to be like the horned owl to be able to see in the dark, right? The horned owl sees in the dark and has stealth flight, has special wings with tiny little cuts in the feathers that makes it so it is a stealth flyer, and it also can see in the dark and turn its head all the way around too. Okay, and this is why they use the great horned owl, a lot of the secret societies, because this bird sees in the dark and it's stealth. You can't hear it coming. What a predator. We, of course, cannot see in the dark, and we are in the dark. So anyways, the moral of the story is critical thinking. And in order for us to get critical thinking, we have to start asking questions. And we should be grouping together. They don't want you to be in any more than a group of 2 people right now. Remember, from the cornholio virus. The cornholio virus, and you know what I mean. Okay, first it was 250 people. They canceled everything down, the conventions and such. Then it went to 200 people, to 150, to 100 people. Then it goes to 50 people, 25 people, closed restaurants, bars, closing all these things. And remember, if you do the math, okay, there's a good video that Jesse Jackson Jesse Jackson was an attorney, right, for O.J. Simpson. And of course, he was fined, what, $33 million? 33? Okay, O.J. Simpson, look his name up, 33, okay, in gematria. Anyways, wearing orange is 33. There's a good video that was just put out by Jesse Johnson, and he's just going over the arithmetic of the COVID, okay, this, anyways, like I said, there's a lot of symbology to all these things, and that just means to me, the influenza virus of 2019, that's the COVID-19. You had COVID-18, right? You got COVID-17, whatever it is, okay, and do the math. He does the math for you to go ahead and show you that, well, out of 300 million people we have in the United States, critical thinking, and you're shutting down the world for this small amount of people that are dying. Small amount. And even if people do get sick, so what? Okay? They say it's only mild to moderate, okay, types of reactions that you're getting, just like having the flu. Okay, this lady just opened her door and hit my car. Thank you. I'm in the parking lot. Anyway, so watch this video and do the math yourself. Okay? You can see that, boy, cholera, okay, look up the deaths of cholera per year. Look at the deaths of malaria per year. Look at the deaths of just the regular flu every year, the flu season, okay? There's up to 40 million people that get sick with the flu every year, okay? I mean, look at all the people that die in car accidents. You want to ban cars? Okay, come on. Just because a few people are dying, guys, and all the people that died are average of 79.5 years old. And they had multiple different problems behind the scenes. Remember, you get 30% of the people, 100 million people in the United States have bloody diabetes, are overweight. No, they're obese. Okay, these are underlying problems. And you can see people that get sick, okay, have critical thinking, guys. Take your clothes off, look in the mirror, and I want you to give yourself a body inspection. And if you have body fat, remember, I can help you with that. Okay, body fat, remember, is a source of sickness, and that means your immune system is low. And when you do get sick, remember, all you can do is build your immune system up. And if you think by, well, staying away, wearing masks that lower your oxygen, breathing in and out, okay, you're breathing in and out of this mask, and all you're doing is lowering your blood oxygen down, lowering your immune system. Okay, washing your hands with a bunch of antibiotics. Okay, wash your hands with soap and then re-clean them again, or re-lubricate them with a little coconut oil. Anyways, guys, everybody's scared, okay? And scared thinking is bad thinking. That means that all you're thinking about is survival instead of doing anything that's positive in this world. And all I see is a lot of scared people right now. This parking lot is empty. It's bloody empty. This place should be full. The whole parking lot across the street should be full. Very few people here. Why? Because they're all at home, scared. Look at these businesses, all closed. Okay, hold on, let me get this off the rack here. Okay, look, check it out. These businesses, look, Dragon Mama closed. Orchid Surf Shop closed. Joy's Gift Shop closed. Okay, this 40% off going out of business over there in the corner, closed. Look, parking lot, empty. Okay, look, all these parking lot spaces, empty. Whoa. The stupid candy shop in the corner is even closed. Okay, and the one little kitchen over there, they're going to stay open because I already talked to them. They're going to say, I'm staying open until someone shuts me down. Okay, really shut the whole world down because of, again, do the math yourself. And don't you think that this is just a little reactional? Whoa, daddy. And you don't even really know, I mean, anyways, not to get into this, but, you know, could it be possible that there is a theme beyond this little virus? Could it be possible? Remember, there's millions of people that die every bloody day. There's 1,700 people that die just of heart disease every day. Okay? Every day. So why don't you go ahead and put a ban on trans fatty acids and all the crappy freaking junk food and all the stupid food that everybody's buying. Stupid food. Okay? All the, like I said, McKill yourselves, Taco Hell, Hell Taco, Kentucky Fried Crap. Okay? Why don't you put something, a ban on them with all the stupid glyphosate, pesticides, insecticides, and herbicides and fungicides that kill tons of people, slow kill. How about people just putting phones up to their head? That should be illegal. And if I catch somebody putting a phone up to their head, I'm going to go ahead and put you in jail. I'm going to fine you. How about that? Okay? Anyways, enough. I'm going to go work out. Aloha, guys, and we'll see you. Critical think. Critical thinking means we need to work together. We have to think together. Ask questions together and bounce off. What makes sense to your sensors, and what makes sense to what the sensei, the authorities, the sensei, said to you so you could believe. Believe. Okay? Believe you came from a monkey. You believe in a lot of things. So let's ask questions. Why? Because this is very important. It's important to find the truth. It's because maybe there is a criminal cabal here that controls the system behind the scenes. Maybe we've just been farmed as the human race, sort of like animals in a shelter. Okay, we're fed, we're watered, and now, well, we're being cleansed. It's because maybe the animals are all sick, and all you got to do again is go to the city and look at everybody. And why is everybody overweight? Okay, obese. Why is everybody really, you got all these homeless people? Let's help each other, guys. Help each other. Remember, critical thinking is to be able to help each other because we need help. The human race needs help. The earth human race needs help. Okay, again, aloha, and we'll see you on the next video. Critical thinking, remember that, guys. Okay, not emotional thinking. Critical thinking. Check out that beard, man. It's sort of weird just to see myself in a beard. Everyone says, oh my gosh, you shaved off your beard. No, I did those videos just a little bit before I started growing my beard. In fact, guys, we just put out about 7 really good videos. Okay, how to soak your feet, hands in EDTA, ethylene diamine tetracetic acid, how to make EDTA cream for heavy metals reduction, oxygen therapies video, different types of videos we just put out. They're all hooked together on removal of parasites. Watch our skin cleaning protocols. Again, these are things that you can really learn how to boost your immune system. Okay, anyways, and don't put the phone up to your head anymore. All right, that's enough. Aloha. It's not a phone either. It's a two-way microwave transmitter, just to let you know. So quit calling it a cell phone. It's a two-way, okay, multi-wave oscillator, but it's a two-wave microwave transmitter. Receives and gives. So shall we giveth, and so shall we receiveth. Sacred text. Okay, that's it. Aloha.